had a student who had broken her arm in, like, I don't know, 2 places or something, and her mobility was literally like this. And so me in my room, we just ended up coming around and praying for her, and persistently so, kept on praying for her until her arm went from this to this. It was completely healed. Jesus healed it.
I baptize you in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, dead to sin, alive in Christ. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, so one night during a Thursday night meeting of worship, it was radical. One of my students next to me was just like laying her heart out before the Lord, and I felt like God was telling me just out of the blue, say, she's beautiful. And I'm like, that's kind of random, God, but gotta listen. So told her, I'd like tap her on the shoulder, interrupt her worship, and I'm like, you were beautiful. And she's like, thanks. And then we go back to worship. And then we had a night of washing the feet, and our students were washing our feet, and she was praying over me. And one of the things she was thanking God for out loud was, thank you so much, God, for Dominique being one of the first people in my life to say I am beautiful. It was cool.
Everyone, why would you like to be baptized today, India?
There's been a change in me and my life that can only be explained by God, and I want to just show everyone God's love. Yes!
Son, the Holy Spirit, dead to sin, alive to Christ. 2 seconds. 1, 2, 3.
So I decided that I was going to take all my kids, have them put on backpacks, and go over and pick up some rocks. While we were out there picking up rocks, I had a few kids who were just wondering, why in the world am I doing this, or why in the world is this something I have to do? And they were super upset, like, I don't even want to do this, it sounds lame. But the moment we got over there and we started picking up rocks, they really started to understand the fact that their sin was a weight, that their sin was something heavy that they had to carry. And every kid jumped in and started grabbing rocks. And the kid who was complaining the most, he actually grabbed the biggest rock and put it in his backpack. And as the kids were all walking down, they were all realizing the fact that sin definitely does feel like a weight on our body. And when we got down to the water, everyone was able to throw in those rocks, and the kids said that it felt like there was the most relief they had all day, because it didn't just feel like the weight of the backpack was lifted, but the weight of their sin and their shame and their failures were also lifted.
I feel like as my previous life as a born Christian, I feel like I want to just watch that away to make it more exciting.
Come on! Can I get an amen from somebody? No more boring Christianity, right? That's right.
That's right.
All right. Well, Eric, I baptize you in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, dead to sin, alive in Christ. 1, 2, 3.
It's time for shame and pain to get rid of the hold on me.
Son, the Holy Spirit, you're dead to sin, alive in Christ. 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3.
So there was a girl, one of the first worship nights that we had, and everybody was getting prayed for, they were encountering the Lord. And I see this girl in the back of the room just crying. Just nobody's with her, she's just crying. And I go up to her and I was like, babe, what's wrong? Like, are you okay? You need help? You need prayer? And she goes, yeah, it's just a heart thing. And I was like, okay, well, what's going on? Tell me about it. And she was like, well, I came to this camp and I didn't even know if God was real. I was doubting if he spoke to me. I just wasn't sure about anything. But then I came here tonight, and all of, these 2 girls came up to me and started praying for me and told me everything that I was struggling with as they were praying for me. And I just realized that God was speaking to me through them, and he actually is really real. And I'm standing there and I'm listening to it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. Like, God showed you his love by having 2 complete strangers come up to you and tell you what was on the Father's heart for you. And she goes, yeah, it was amazing. And I was like, well, did you stand up? Like, we had a time where the students could stand up and give their lives to the Lord publicly. I was like, did you stand up and give your life to Jesus when they called? And she was like, no, I didn't. I was like, why not? And she was like, I don't know how. And I was like, you want to right now? And she was like, yeah, I do. I just don't know how. Still crying. And I was like, okay, well, listen, it's so easy. Just everything you just told me and everything that is on your heart, it's like talking to your best friend. So just tell God what you think. Tell him that you need him in your heart, and I'll pray and agree with you, but it's really that simple. And so she starts praying, you know, Jesus, I love you. I know that you're real. I need you to do this with me. I can't do it on my own anymore. I don't want to do it on my own anymore. Help me, God. And I'm just like, yes, that's just the gospel. It's just, oh, he loves us so much that he'll send random people to show that if we're not looking at him, if we're not willing to believe it, like he'll meet us where we're at. He's that good. And he met that girl that night and she gave her life to Jesus and now she's forever saved. Praise God.